So I've looked on YouTube and I don't see much dealing with what I'm facing right now. My name is David Lewis and I live in Buckeye, Arizona. I am 40 years old and have recently faced the most painful, difficult injury I've ever faced. I've had some acute tears in my ankle, which were really bad. I actually had a tear in my MCL and my ACL, and that put me out for a couple of months. And I've had other nagging chronic injuries because I've played sports my whole life, but nothing compared to what I did on Saturday. So about 6 days ago, I was jumping on a trampoline at an indoor trampoline park with my kids, and they asked me if I could do a front flip, and I said sure. And I was going to do a front flip into the big airbag, and right as I was taking the last jump into the airbag to do the flip, I heard a snap and went into shock immediately and opened my eyes, and I was at the bottom of the airbag looking straight up, and I couldn't move my left leg. My brother-in-law came over and asked me, David, can I help you? Can I help you? And I immediately told him to call the paramedics that I needed. I couldn't get out of the bag. I couldn't get out from the bottom of the airbag. And I was able to drag myself with my arms over to the edge, and a couple of friends and strangers reached down into the pit there, the airbag pit, to pull me out. And when the firefighters showed up, they asked me if I could move my leg, and I couldn't move my leg. And I could tell that my kneecap had been pulled in towards the top of my thigh. And I had an an ACL tear, and I knew it wasn't that. And so they gave me a little bit of pain medicine. I think they give you fentanyl, which, by the way, doesn't do much. If it does anything, it doesn't do much. And they put me on a little stretcher, got me up, secured my leg, and took me to the hospital. And I sat there in the trauma unit for hours and hours waiting for something. They took me in for x-rays and came back, and the orthopedic surgeon had taken a look at it and said that I had a fully ruptured patella tendon from below my kneecap. Hence the reason why my kneecap was up into my thigh area. The very next day, on Sunday, I had to endure the night with morphine and whatever other painkillers they could get me. The next day, by 10 a.m. in the morning, I was wheeled in to the orthopedic surgeon, and he proceeded to tell me that 90% of the cases of a torn or ruptured patella tendon for men around my age actually happens above the kneecap, from the femur to from the femur side of the patella tendon, not from the femur and the I can't even, I'm so out of it right now. The fibia. Very rarely is it the fibia side. So they pulled me in, they put me under, and now I have 29 staples holding my skin together, and I'm on day 4 of my recovery. And I'll tell y'all, it is so challenging to know where I was and where I am right now. It is, I was, ever since the start of COVID, I had made a decision to get my health back under control. I was already I had gotten up bigger than I'd ever been in my life. I was up to 230 pounds. And believe me, it was not muscle. And when COVID started, a couple of weeks into it, I started making decisions. My wife just encouraged me to go for a run one day, and so I did. And that started a chain reaction where every day, pretty much, I was working out, I was lifting weights, I was doing insanity, I was running. I just really, really good decisions physically. I was making really good decisions food-wise. And before I tore my patellar tendon, I had already lost over 16 pounds in just about 3 months, and 16 solid pounds. It wasn't 16 pounds of just water weight. It was 16 good, clean pounds of weight loss. And I have felt healthier than I have physically in years. And lo and behold, now I'm facing a very, very difficult setback. So a lot of what's on YouTube, a lot of what's on the internet is people who have torn their ACLs, people who have torn their MCLs or their meniscus. The other things I'm seeing a lot regarding the knee is the knee replacement surgery. But actually the rehab process for this torn patellar tendon is actually more difficult than even a full knee replacement. I'm told by the orthopedic surgeon that I'm not even able to bend my knee for more than 20 degrees. I'm not even able to bend it more than 20 degrees for 6 weeks. From a guy who was busting out 40-minute, 60-minute workouts, jumping, running, all that other stuff to I can't even lift my foot right now 2 inches off the ground. I can't even put on underwear. I have to it is so, I'm so limited on what I can do. I'm sleeping hours and hours throughout the day. I'm battling depression. I'm trying to remember how good I have it, and yet knowing that it is that this is a freaking struggle and a challenge. And I'm praying, and I'm trying to read scripture, and I'm trying to talk to my brothers and sisters and friends and everybody to try to get some type of encouragement. And I get it, and I feel okay for a couple of minutes, but then the reality of where I'm at sets in. So this is my journey. This is let's see, I had ruptured it Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So this is day five of my journey with a fully ruptured patellar tendon. If you have any encouraging comments or videos or things you've listened to during difficult times like this, I could sure use it. Thank y'all.